Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So a few months ago, Brad Mondo made a reaction video to me bleaching my hair. And I kind of wanted to make a reaction video to it, but I didn't really know how to go about it. But he's now made a second reaction video to me, so I felt like I must make one. I've done the research and I worked out how to do it, so yeah, I'm gonna react to both videos in this video. So the first video is titled "Hairdresser Reacts to Bleach Fails That Will Have You Sobbing," which like originally I was in the thumbnail and I follow him anyway, so I just was scrolling through and saw he posted a new video and was like, oh, and then I saw myself in the thumbnail and I was like, oh my god, scared. So I'm gonna find this so cringy to react to. I was already cringing so much when I watched it previously. It's been a while since I've watched it. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm probably gonna be cringing at myself more than his reaction of me, but we shall see. I'm getting hot already and it's not even started yet. Okay. So you know how I just dyed my hair black? I now have a really strong urge to get rid of it. I have some color remover.
Alright, so she's starting with very dark brown hair. And it is luxurious, beautiful, long, thick, glamorous, and I am obsessed. Oh my god, she has so much hair. Okay, now
okay, firstly, thank you. That's so sweet. And secondly, he thinks I'm starting with brown hair, but it's actually black box dye. So it's a little bit more extreme than just dark brown.
we're using color remover, and you have to be really careful with color remover because it might not only remove the color pigment from your hair that is not natural, but it might also remove the natural pigment from your hair. So you have to be careful of your roots.
Yes, I was aware that color remover has some bleach in it, so it can just bleach your roots as well, but I'm so lazy with that kind of thing. Like the idea of trying to section out my roots and not to like avoid bleaching them is just such a headache, especially with like the amount of hair that I've got, so I'm always just like, nah, can't be bothered.
And these are the results of the color remover. It is definitely brassy and copper, but it's definitely workable. Let's see what else she does.
This is where we're at on my hair journey.
Lexi, holy shit. You have so much hair. Give me some of that. I want it.
It came out very ginger, which is fine, but it's like lighter at the top.
You know, I'm also not a huge fan of this color, just like she's saying. The hair, however, is absolutely stunning and beautiful. A work of art. The texture and the thickness of it. But it looks like it is, everybody's gonna be offended by this, but whatever. It looks like it is washed out henna hair color. Like it's just always, this is always the color of it. It's kind of like a greeny orange brown.
Yeah, I've had henna before and that does look like washed out henna. Like completely agree. I was not a fan. I'm gonna start with doing a bleach bath.
Alright, so we are bleaching with 20 volume and powder lightener and I think purple shampoo, because it doesn't do anything. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're gonna need a lot more than just some bleach with shampoo. And please do not tell me.
Okay, like I don't think I was using purple shampoo for any reason. I think I just had a load and was too lazy to go buy something else, but it was a while ago, so I can't really remember.
And please do not tell me she's gonna apply this to dry hair. Not today, please, please no. Bleach washes go on wet hair.
So I'm just going to wet my hair first, and then I'm going to apply this on the mids and ends. I'm so happy I didn't disappoint.
It's a good day.
Probably starting with the ends because they're darkest, and I'm going to make sure I leave a couple of inches out from my roots because it's already lighter there, and on top of that it will process faster because of the heat from the scalp.
Good luck doing a bleach wash and not touching your root. I love that she's in a jacuzzi tub while doing this. That is very unique. I have not yet seen that happen in all of my hairdresser reactions. That is...
It does look ridiculous, but when he says jacuzzi, like, do you not have normal baths in America? I'm sure you do. You call them tubs, right? Like, it's just a bathtub, it's not jacuzzi, and it's because it's messy and I didn't want to get stuff. I was renting at the time and I had carpet, so I was just trying to be sensible, okay? But it does look funny, I agree.
Very, very, very funny. The good thing is she's getting this lightener all around that head, every single strand of hair covered. But she is coloring her roots. I do not know if she's aware of this or not. Not fully, but they are definitely getting colored. But this bleach bath is only gonna take out half a shade of color. That little top moment of color on her hair. I do not know what's underneath this darkness she has going on. She might just be trying to remove a semi-permanent color. However, I do
It was permanent black box dye.
Not think it's like permanent. I think this is permanent color she's trying to get out. And this is not the way to do it. We gotta use foils, we gotta use 30 volume lightener, and
Lazy.
the description says she's removing black box dye. So this is not gonna be enough.
Bleach bath is on. I'm just looking up how long to leave it on for. I've been filming for 20 minutes.
Her hair is turning green. We should just stop here. But no, for me, there's another 20 minutes to go.
It was too dark.
5 minutes. And she has a lot more to go, apparently. I just don't know where we're gonna go from here because it looks great.
Downhill, that's where we're going.
This is a beautiful color.
It's the next day since I did the bleach bath and I've had some time. See, it looks so bad to me. Like, it looks terrible. It's just too dark on me and it's like hella patchy. Like, I obviously like ginger. This is what I'd like, not that. In some different lightings.
Ooh. Ooh. Can we all say ooh? Subscribe if you're oohing right now. Ooh. Subscribe if you're not oohing in replacement of the ooh. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the button. You're so sweet.
Doesn't look too bad in here, but when I got into some other lightings, it's like the banding here is like really noticeable.
That banding is bad. Plus her roots are just lighter than the rest of her hair because she obviously had roots when she went in with the color remover that she did in her previous video. And color
looks like shit.
Remover, some of them lighten your natural hair color, and that is exactly what happened to her, but I don't think she realizes that.
Okay, so he's saying that he thinks the color removers lightened my natural hair color. I don't think it really did that much because I am naturally blonde, so I think he might assume I'm brunette, but I don't, it's kind of hard to tell because I've got darker banding going on, but I don't think necessarily that it majorly lightened my part, but it is hard to tell. It is a possibility.
The way that she's brushing the lightener through and she's doing very small sections. Some people say don't ever brush lightener through, but I think it is totally fine and I do it all the time and it's totally safe. You just gotta make sure they're very, very small sections and those bristles on those brushes are very bendy. But she's going through that head and being very precise with it. I can appreciate this. I don't know what it's popping my hair now, but somebody was like,
yeah, people were yelling at me for that.
She works in this head. We're seeing some positive results happen. The hair is getting much lighter already and I am excited for this. We're finally gonna get good results.
I'm not having a good time. They're getting way over my head.
Oh girl, there is a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Sections that are over lightened and then there is a big spot of brown on the top of your head.
Yeah, my plan is to put a dark blonde colour over the top of this.
Don't apply it to wet hair, guys.
Honestly, I was just panicking at this point. There is really no rhyme or reason and it was late before a work day the next day, so I was just like, yeah, sheer panic. I feel like I underestimated what a nightmare this would be to do.
It ain't easy. So she's trying to touch up the spots and do the other side of the head. Everything is wet and crazy. Dry, you guys, dry.
We're not talking about it, we're just moving forward.
The two sides of your head are different colors now. What?
It's time for dark blonde, what I'm relying on to fix all of my issues right now.
Please don't tell me she's applying to wet hair. Please don't tell me we're gonna put this box dye on a wet hair. Please don't tell me boxed color doesn't lift color. You can't do that. First.
Okay, I don't really remember why I was doing it on wet hair. I think it was literally that it was like 12 at night before a work day where I had to be up at like 6 or something. So I think I was just rushing and trying to cover it up enough so that I didn't look crazy at work the next day, and then I was gonna go and fix it later.
First of all, dry your hair. Second of all, don't put permanent color over already bleached hair. It won't work. You are
Kind of worked.
to the point where it's not going to do anything. Don't. Y'all are just wasting your money and your time and your patience. This pains me to watch this box.
It is painful.
I mean, the box set in general on already lightened hair pains me. It double pains me. Going to wet hair.
I'm sorry. Here we go again. I need to add more bleach to this side because I didn't leave it on long enough. And I've got two different colours going on, as I'm sure you'll have seen in the previous footage.
Oh, now we're doing a bleach wash. Oh. I'm stressed. Are you stressed?
I'm stressed. Enough, and I'm going to add dark blonde toner again to that side. I've got a split hair colour right now, so.
What the fuck is going on? We're lightening the other side again. Things are happening. I'm very.
Okay, I was kind of I can see how you'd be confused, but the reason my hair is two different colours is because I had that box dye over it. Then I went in to do the bleach bath on this side, because the color underneath, like the bleach level underneath, wasn't the same. It was like darker bleach under here. So I bleached this and it obviously just immediately removed the box dye. So it makes this side then look really dark, but it's not. It's the same color as the clip of when it was like dark blonde in the previous thing. And then I'm gonna go over, I'm just trying to correct the bleach underneath and then bring them back to the same level, if that makes sense. It is confusing.
Confused. We have a split color hair dye moment going on. I don't know how we got here or why we got here, but we're here. Now we're applying the box color, permanent box color on the other side too. I'm ready for the results. Show me what we have. Come on, show me what we have cooking.
I think it's definitely got some like warm, more yellowy undertones, but work on over time with like toners and bubble shampoo and stuff. But yeah, I don't feel embarrassed to walk into work with this. I'm gonna leave this video here because we are ending on a pretty good result, I would say. From like halfway through the video, I think this is a good result.
Okay, it's not a huge difference like I was expecting. And the color at the end, I don't know if it's in the environment she's in, but it looks a little green. It's definitely warm, but like a green or
I think it was green. I think it was a little bit green. I couldn't really tell at the time, but when I went to the hairdressers at a later date, they had told me my hair was green and I was like, gosh, I've been walking around like this.
orangey warm. It's not bad. And
it looks terrible, but at the time, from removing black box dye, going back to blonde in like 2 sessions, I was happy because I thought all my hair would fall out. And even if like the color wasn't good, I was just so grateful to have gotten the black box dye out. So I didn't really care that much about the color. I was more interested in the level. But yeah, it does look really bad, in my opinion, like looking back.
Does she look bad? Absolutely not. I think it's a very acceptable, good looking color. But if I'm being critical, I think it could be better. Just put in some lowlights and highlights to mix up the very tones going on. So it looks more purposeful and less like you were trying to achieve platinum blonde results but didn't quite get there. You look great and I'm glad that you're happy with it. Could be better next time. Fix those mistakes I called you out on. Be watching you. Well,
Okay, so that is the end of the first video, but that is not where it ends because, as I said, he has reacted to a second video of mine. So this was like the most random one, I feel like, because the title is Hairdressers React to Patchy Bleach Jobs Gone So Wrong. And I think it's like a really long video. It's like nearly an hour. And the first 2 are like really chaotic bleach jobs. But my video is not really related, so I feel like it was just a really random one tagged on at the end, and I think I've got more interesting videos than this one. But yeah, let's get into it. My plan for today is to add some blonde highlights, but before doing that, I wanted to use a hair colour remover because I've got some banding and uneven colour and I want to have a blank canvas to work with. I'm going to use Colour Before.
she has beautiful hair, really beautiful hair. Color, interesting. Could have been solved this time.
He has been so nice about my hair, like too nice. It was very sweet.
Permanent color, just, you know. If she just colored her hair all with some permanent color and left out some of these blonder pieces, she would get the same effect as having highlights. But you're kind of just like deepening the rest of your hair and leaving some of these blonder pieces out to make the effect of dimension, you know? Instead of doing it the opposite way, which is like lightening her hair. Also, yeah, that banding is scary, spooky, scary, nasty. I don't like it at all. Hate it, hate it, hate it.
So that banding was from after I removed all the black box dye. I then booked like an emergency hairdresser appointment to go like fix the colour because it was like a bit greeny. And I didn't really give the hairdresser like enough of a backstory. I hadn't said that I just like bleached it loads. I think I was just like embarrassed that I'd removed, and I knew it looked bad and I just felt like awkward for some reason. This is why like I don't go to hairdressers that much because I feel like embarrassed to say when I've messed up my hair. But so they did like a root smudge on me, and I don't know what they used, but from research I've done, so firstly the root smudge was like way too dark. It was like dark brown, but they didn't really know what my root colour was, and I was trying to show that it was like a light blonde, but they probably did a darker colour expecting it to fade. But because my hair was so porous from being bleached so much, it ended up just like grabbing on, and so I had that like banding line. I don't know if I've still got it actually. Where was it? I probably do. I've probably got a bunch of stuff going on because I recently just dyed it dark and then light again because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's what that banding is from. Oh, side note, I went to Tesco to buy some and it turns out they don't sell it anymore, which is very good old Tesco. Represent. Once I have the blank canvas, the plan is to use this Garnier blonde dye to add highlights with.
Color doesn't live color. It does, but it doesn't. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. You need to use bleach. Bleach in 10 volume would be great for you in this case, and I don't even know. You trying to fix all these little messed up pieces in your hair. It sounds like a terrible idea because you can't see the back of your head, and there's a lot of shit going on back there.
Nobody sees the back of you, it's fine. Colour before and sectioning my hair. And adding a generous amount from root to tip. Why does he look so disappointed?
Alright, she's getting the color remover all around her head. I don't exactly know why. Her hair looks fine. She doesn't not want to be ginger. Like, I would understand if she just wanted to be.
See, I think I did not want to be ginger. I don't know, I can't remember what I said at the beginning of the video, but I think I was trying to remove this ginger. It's like a, I don't know if it's a box dye or a few different colours, but I was trying to go back to blonde from ginger. And my hair was lighter underneath the box dye, so using a hair colour remover kind of made sense to me.
Like completely blonde, but she just wants some highlights. I'm not really understanding the vibes here, but I am happy that she's brushing through her sections. That's an awesome thing to see. I love that. Okay, slay, eat, you ate down. But we are also putting on the root, which we know that this shit is about to lay in her roots too.
Lazy.
A bigger problem than what she expected. Like, this could have been like just a really easy, simple thing, but now it's gonna turn into a whole project that she didn't want. Unless this color remover somehow doesn't lighten her roots, which I think it's going to though. We'll see. Maybe I'm being negative. Maybe it's because I'm having a day, but maybe not. I don't know. She's going to town on that hair though. She seems like she's applying a pretty generous amount and doing it pretty evenly and actually taking horizontal, semi-straight across sections, which is so awesome to see. I don't see much things happening with her hair though. It looks to be kind of the same color it was before, and so I don't know what's happening. Is this shit gonna work? She says she's used it before, so I'm guessing it's gonna work, but then again, not a lot of things usually work out the way people expect it to.
Now I'm clipping that back and covering it up with a plastic bag to trap the heat.
Typically with color remover, it's super important that you trap in that heat and that hair gets nice and warm. You want to really keep that heat in because then the hair fiber swells and expands. Because when you're using color remover, you're supposed to rinse it for a long amount of time.
So long.
30 minutes of rinsing. And that is to allow those color molecules to rinse out of the hair.
And here we have a very sexy look that I will be wrapping for the next hour. Once the hour is up, I will need to wash it for 5 minutes, use half of the buffer, which is like shampoo, then repeat that process again. It's basically a lot of washing. So I was not expecting my hair to be this blonde. I'd forgotten how light it was when I last bleached it.
Wait, that looks great. That color remover ate you down, girl. That looks so nice. And I wish you would just keep like this, but we're only a third of the way through the video.
I've just been dyeing over it constantly with dark blonde and ginger. It is also, of course, very yellow, which I was expecting. I went to Tesco again to grab some toner. And of course they no longer sell that now too. So I had to go into Boots in town and this toner was my only option. It's the Bleach London one. I needed freshly shampooed hair to apply this toner, so I've just washed it quickly.
It's never a good sign when somebody says this was the only toner they had. What?
Yeah, that's just like desperation. I need to do something to my hair right now. And I've got to drive around and find different drugstores that are actually open because Tesco let me down. Yeah. Not good preparation. I don't advise it, but I will continue to do it.
Toner. You don't know what that says. I don't like the idea of that.
It says to start on the most yellow parts first, so I'm focusing on the top layer because it's most visible, so probably the area I want to be the most toned.
All right, we're going to on the top of head first. I get why she's doing that because she wants to make sure she covers that entire top. And she wants to make sure she has enough toner to do the top of her head, which is understandable because we've definitely seen people not have enough stuff to do her hair. But typically we do not want to do the top of her head first because that's the part that processes the fastest because the hair is the most fine. And yeah, you don't really want to leave color on there the longest out of everything. I don't know anything about this Bleach London formula, but
I usually, if I'm dyeing my hair, I start at the bottom because I know that's going to be on there the most. But I think I was trying to hit the, you know, yellowest parts.
But it seems to be a demi-permanent color, which could be fine for her. It's definitely gonna bump her base a little bit, which means like bump it up like a tiny bit, like not even a half a level. This is gonna be interesting. I have no idea what color she's even doing. It looks to be toning her hair like a more cool tone.
I don't know what I was trying to do. Well, I think I was just trying to tone it.
I thought she wanted it to stay ginger. Oh God, I don't know, girl. Where are we going with this? She's doing the top and then working her way down to the bottom. At least she's working fast and she is brushing every single section. I love to see people brush through their sections. It's just gonna make this process so much easier and ensure that everything's coming out evenly. Just make sure when you brush that you're not completely brushing all of the color or the bleach off of your hair, which kind of looks like she's doing. Like she's going a little rough with that brush and not
I was probably running out of product.
Apply, brush, apply some more. But when you're doing this with a box color, it's not always easiest to like know how much color you're gonna have and like
It's just a toner. Is a toner a box color? I don't really know.
Have enough or not, and that is a perk of doing it at a salon. You're always gonna have enough color. We just mix more. While she finishes this, actually that brings up an interesting topic of we always have enough color.
Sometimes I go to the hairdressers, just rarely. But it is a nice experience when I go.
Salon, which is not true. A lot of the time in salon, we'll be using a color, say it's 7NA, right? That's the name of a color. We'll run out of it mid-coloring. That's a simple one, you know, but then we have to custom mix these colors ourselves. You gotta know what's inside of that color line 7NA to make your own 7NA, which is usually, you know, 2 parts 7N with 1 part 7A. So now you don't even have any 7N or 7A, and then you gotta be even more creative. You gotta make some level 9 with a level 6. I don't even know anymore, but you get the point. Sometimes we have to mix.
See, that sounds fun to me. I love a little bit of, you know, chemistry mixing.
Crazy concoctions to get the color we want if we run out of color mid color. You can't always estimate perfectly the amount of color.
Side note, they always run out of color when they do my hair because I've got like double the amount of hair on my head compared to a normal person. So I think they must be desperately trying to mix it out back.
You'll need for like any given month at a time. Okay, she's blow drying, and why to me does it look exactly the same as when she started doing her hair in the first place? Let's see the finished results.
I'm now comparing footage from before and after the toner, and to be honest, I don't see much difference. Maybe my hair's just not like the toner did absolutely nothing. Enough for this toner. I think maybe there's the slightest bit of reduction in the yellow, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's curly and then it's straight and it just looks different. So this is my result after stripping back my hair to its real shade under all the previous dyes I had going on. Oh, I just realised I'm wearing the same top that I'm wearing now. There's still a small amount of banding, but I think it's fainter, so that's good enough for me. It still feels nice and healthy and I don't want to break it off.
What? Wait. What? Wait a minute, what? I would say honestly, this kind of ate. Like, I don't know why she's not impressed. It does look a bit different when she started. It actually looks an entire shade lighter. Yeah, I think it looks different from the start. I think I was just talking about the toner not really doing anything. Lighter and a lot more even and like actually professionally done. I'm actually shocked at how much better this looks. That looks insanely incredible. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out. Thank you so much, Brad. You were very kind, probably kinder than I deserved. And yeah, it was very entertaining seeing all of his reactions. So yeah, that was embarrassing, entertaining. Yeah, I'm just like always gonna cringe at myself slightly, but yes, thank you, Brad, and I will keep watching out in case I appear in any more. Alright guys, that has brought me to the end of my reacting to Brad Mondo reacting to me video. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for lots more hair related content in the future. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye!